So, Gabe, what streaming media do you think that, with no more Nielsen's, like, how will we reach the youth?
Well, I do have a point about that. The service that we're on, Pluto. Does anybody here have Pluto TV?
Pluto TV.
All right, there we go.
One guy
Who may be lying.
He's got
no
well,
offense.
if he is well. Anyways, continue, please.
The whole bit. If you're in Los Angeles or New York and you're listening to this right now, they're doing like this huge press push for it of like just ads everywhere, and it's like free TV, and it's like the next generation of entertainment, all that, and you go on it. And it looks just like cable, right? It like you scan through and it's got commercials, and so it's like, oh, that's the system is like commercials. It's free TV because you've got commercials. So I think that's the next step is like cycling back to where we were.
We used to call that TV.
Right. It's like cycling back, to. Yeah.
Well, it would only be like the old days if the media providers somehow merged until there were only three of them. That's never going to happen because the internet.
Is it all original content or is that good?
No, it's like a good mix. You can watch like America's Most Wanted, and then you can go see like an Innuartu film. Like they've got like a pretty interesting layout of things. And channels are like like weed or slow motion or like animals or whatever. Like it's more thematically
slow
like
motion.
Yeah, it's called slow.
Like so, like kind of satisfying kind of videos or
yeah.
That's awesome. That means no.
I don't work for this company. I can't. I could have pitched that way better if I.
But you look. Now I either want to watch it or I'm never gonna. But like,
I want
the
to watch
stakes got really high. You were like
the commercials are slow.
You were painted in a corner there on your advocacy of slow.
It just seems cool. I don't know.
No, it's cool, and they got supermarket sweepstakes. That's good. I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They got good stuff.
Oh, so yes. See, I went a trip to Rome with Matt Gurley on Shop Till You Drop, and everyone confuses it with supermarket sweep. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's livid.
Wait, what are you guessing about?
she's excited.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're going to love Dope State. It's nothing like either one of them. It was shot 20 years later. And, yeah.
She had both of her hands in the air freaking out about Shop Till You Drop.
Watched it.
Yeah, you were. I mean,
sweep.
you hit her. It was like a 1-2 too. I heard her individual. She went yes, and then that was like a step up, and then it was like I got it. Like I mean, I got it when you said after she was, yes, and then she was like yes.
Right.
Like why is he talking about both of them? Because I mean, it makes sense that you'd maybe be a connoisseur, right? Of like shopping. These two
they
things
ran
that
back
the
to
same
back,
thing.
so you'd watch the whole hour, right? Yeah.
I just, what? All right. What? I'm going to interview you. What do you like so much about shopping carts? What
drugs do your mom do? What does your mom?
Let's bring her up on stage. Come up on stage, shopping person.
If you'd like to come up, you can, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
Hello, what's your name? Danielle, everybody.
Danielle, have a seat.
Oh God.
You don't have to stay up for Danielle. I just thought it'd be funny.
Jeff leans toward bringing people up. He's like he knows it can lead to magic.
What show brought you here that you spent 2 years of your life making? How did you earn your way to this? How did you earn your way to this stage?
Listen,
We all get jealous.
I actually work for a supermarket, so both those shows.
Do you sweep?
I sweep so hard.
Hell yeah.
What's your title at the supermarket? If I can
I'm a
ask.
human resource manager.
Whoa.
So you're in charge of all the employees, like whether they have it's HR. What it makes human resources. Yeah. So it's like they have complaints.
Oh, I hate it.
Or do you have to come down on them though? Like if they're not working hard enough, or do you just?
Yeah, you're who they send in when they get fired, right? You're the fire person.
I'm the hiring and firing person. So I hire them and then fire them.
How do you fire someone without sucking your thumb and throwing a tantrum?
The store manager actually does it, so I just sit there and just yes him.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy knows.
Do they
Make sure he's PC about it.
when they fire someone at this establishment? Is there a ritual to it?
Oh yeah. You have to make sure it's legit reason.
Right,
can't
because they
just-
could sue, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's that.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Good point, Jeff.
It's horrible. I don't know where I'm looking. Sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
No. People do that all the time. I've accepted it as a dynamic of the stage. It's no one's fault.
I'm just hearing things.
You
No, you're
say
doing great. You're doing
legitimate,
great.
but it's got to be like by the book. Like I was fired from Baskin Robbins, Togo's Baskin Robbins, because I was taking too many samples for myself. So I stole ice
Yes.
cream or whatever.
Yes.
And so, but, like, does it ever feel like you're being pushed to like put someone in a box? Like, oh, they're not allowed to do this specific thing, so they were like doing it. Like, you know, it has to be by the book, right? Do you ever like
Yeah.
put people in that book?
No,
you know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no.
I mean, why would you admit to that? I suppose.
No.
You know what I find interesting though, because they like Sony would send a lawyer every year on a Sony show. They send a lawyer to like give you a talk about like what's constitutional and what's not and stuff. But it's weird because it's coming from their perspective because it's like about what's going to protect them because you don't sue any higher than them. So if someone sues me and then it's not worth it. Blah blah blah. So Sony has this vested interest in like explaining when it's okay to fire someone and when it's not. What I find fascinating is of course you can't fire someone because of this whole list of constitutionally protected attributes, but you can fire someone because you don't like the look of their face. Like you just have to specify, right? You just have to be like, yeah, I don't like them. I don't like their personality. And isn't that true? Like you don't need like a good reason to fire someone. There's just like a category of reasons that are illegal.
Yes.
Right.
We only fire someone if they're stealing or stealing.
I mean,
That's it. That's the two things.
So if somebody's fucking on the apples,
they're stealing hygiene.
If a customer complains enough, we have to let them go.
right?
So Dan's incorrect. You can't fire someone because you don't like the look of their face, which is based on what? Like, where did you get that idea that that's a thing?
I thought that was the message I
'Cause
got
Sony
from.
told you that?
Yeah, that's what they say. They're like because they walk you through these scenarios where they're like, so and so wants to fire so and so, but it was sort of like. They didn't say here's what you say if you want to fire them, but they were kind of like, is this guy firing her for? I was like, why are their genders known? No.
Is retail
How come
and
there's no
Sony,
women at this
like,
meeting about how to fire women?
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So the same.
Is weed one of the things that you can fire people from if they smoke weed?
So we can't accuse someone of being intoxicated or high, but if we smell it, then we can be like, hey, like if they admit to it, then we can fire them.
Oh, I dodged a bullet.
No, but technically,
bearded man with a hat getting mad about the weed thing.
it's the same thing as being intoxicated at work. If you are high or intoxicated and you admit to it, then we can fire you.
But
Do you ever like, hey, be real with me?
No.
Like
I'm like, can you give me some?
Listen,
I'll
David,
take
I'm cool.
I'll take my HR hat off, and then they're like, yeah, I did a J in the parking lot just to be cool, and you're like, well, two things you need to know: that's not cool, and the hat's always on. You're out of here, fucking pot face. It's head. I don't know your drug terms.
Danielle, so if someone comes in and their eyes are glassy and red and they smell like weed, and you go, excuse me, are you intoxicated on the marijuanas? And they go, no, man.
I can't do nothing. I can't
Really?
do anything.
That's awesome. I love that.
I auditioned for a job at a children's museum exhibit with Sean McKenna. I don't think I've ever told this story.
Audition.
That's why I'm excited because I'm like, wow, that's one I don't think I've ever told because I'm so deeply ashamed of it that I went with I'm doing improv troops and I'm just like living the life of like I use most of my paycheck to buy weed and then to buy gas to get to do more shows and I'm just kind of living the fucking pre-panic attack life.
It's great.
And I like, God damn it, hurry up and remember why you interrupted everyone and tell your fucking thing. I like my buddy Sean was like, I mean, I was his roommate. I lived in his attic when I was at the peak of that phase, and it was like he and I were like in the kind of category of like, well, you can have lots of shows because you're the only ones guaranteed to be home when we call. Like everyone else is like trying to be an adult. So like you guys are like really dedicated to improv and in air quotes, meaning you're fucking on the couch straight up. And like, I think that he and I never talked about it, but afterward, because I think we both really didn't want to face this, but like I remember we got this opportunity through some mutual friends of ours. So like they're like, hey, they're adding this thing at the museum and the children's wing. Like they want to do these like fucking what's his name, Bill Nye kind of things, like based on the popularity at that time of like, hey, science is cool, and they want to add like live shows. You'd do like a Beekman thing or something at this thing, and it was like, oh, this will be cool. And they're having open auditions, and me and Sean went in, and we talked about it for a while, and we were like, well, let's do this and that. We came up with an audition and we went in and we were like, boy, I was thinking in my head, like, you never know. You never know which of these little stepping stones is going to be the thing you look back on and you go, well, I used to just play Resident Evil. And then like all of a sudden I bought my first tie. And that you don't know what's that thing that's going to happen. And it just felt like it might be one of those, which makes me sound square because it makes me sound like my ambition was to get a tie. But it's just me like grow up. And I remember like, we did our thing, and there were like 4 people in this like auditorium watching, and I knew 3 of them because I was like, yeah, but this is like, it's Milwaukee, but this is how you move forward, and it's like, I'm ready, let's do this, and like here's what I do. It's just like, it's an audition. There'll be a script, like this is our style, and Sean and I played off each other, and all right, well, thank you, all right, see you later. We went home. Like a day later, one of the people that worked at the museum was like, hey, you guys, like, your audition was great. Like, they loved you guys. That was amazing. It's that you guys are so funny. You reeked so bad of marijuana and booze. Like it was just coming off of you. There was just a cloud of pot and booze around you everywhere you went, and everyone was like, could smell it and was all like, how hilarious is this that they're auditioning to teach children science and they smell like a fucking child ruiner. And I remember Sean and I like both just laughing about it, going like, I guess we did smell like weed, and that's why the system's not ready for us. But I can't speak for him, but I died a little inside. Like, I was like, that was probably your last chance ever to do anything with your life. All right. Anyways, so how? All right.
I have a question for Danielle.
Okay.
So you're in the room for these firings. Have you how ugly has it gotten? Do people like throw stuff and freak out? And
people usually just admit to it, and they're like, "All right, see you later."
Stealing. They admit to stealing.
Right.
Oh, always. They're like, "Yeah, I did it." Or even
don't they understand that's what you want them to do, so you can get the power to fire them?
Yeah, and they don't understand the concept of like, if you admit to it, you can't claim unemployment or do anything because you admitted to it. So I always get the emails from the lawyers being like, hey, why'd you fire this person? Like, they admitted to stealing, or they admitted to being drunk or high. And they don't get like, I don't understand why I didn't get unemployment. Because you admitted to just doing all these wrong things.
God, are you saying I could have gotten employment from my Togo's Baskin Robbins job?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Only if you were a liar.
Wasn't me, man.
You needed to be a more dishonest person in the fiber of your being.
So if you ever get called in, just deny everything.
Wow.
It works.
And I'm best friends with my loss prevention guy, so he always tells me, like, if you ever get caught, just deny it.
Damn, I feel like I'm going to be able to work with you to steal some TVs pretty soon.
Let's go. Me and you.
They give you
Teamwork.
physicals for insurance when you're going to be involved in a TV production, and everyone is like, don't
Don't
tell them the truth.
Everyone's
They're like it's not. I know you got that story about it. It's like they're mad at you if you tell the truth. You're going to cause everybody a bunch of trouble.
I think that's why I never worked for that company again. Like I think I had a black mark on me for just saying. You mean to tell me? Like, look at our cast. Nobody here has ever smoked a joint. Like no one here. Like, come on now.
I mean, but yeah, it is crazy to me. But
That's our society. So they just like bald-faced lies when everyone knows you're lying. That just works now. It's fine.
like you didn't know you're supposed to lie. It is really crazy to me.
Maybe I've talked about this. When I was a big shoplifter in like college, I used to steal anything just for no reason, and I stole books a lot from Barnes and Noble or another company. It could have been any company.
Walden Books.
I just forget. It was Borders. Because Borders was around when I was in college. No, it wasn't. At any rate, a friend of mine used to work there, and he said if you steal anything, even if they think or know that you're walking out of the store with something, we are not allowed to follow you.
Yeah, they could call the cops, and the cops don't know who you are. You're just gone.
Yeah,
and the cops don't care.
Wait, say that again.
If you could like pick up a stack of books off the shelf and go, taking these,
right,
and walk out of the store, they are not allowed to come out and get you.
They can't touch you either.
It's true.
You're kidding.
It's true.
This is like kind of almost the opposite of what I was thinking would be the case. That they can't do anything to you in the store, and they have to wait for you to leave, at which point they'll tackle you. And I bet I learned that from a fucking movie they used to terrorize students.
No. So once you leave the store, loss prevention go out and confront you. And if you say no, they can't touch you. They can't make you come back in the store. And that's it.
Oh.
You can be like, okay, I'm calling the cops. And they're like, all right, see you later.
Right.
That's it. They can't do anything.
I went through a shoplifting phase when I was like 22, and I got really into going to the Gelson's in Tarzana, and I would walk in, and I would go to the little cookie area, like the cookies and treats, right? And I'd like buy an iced tea, so I bought something, and then I'd go and get like baguettes and sushi and butternut squash soup, and I'd put it in the bag, and I'd come sit with these like old war veterans that used to hang out at the Gelson's in Tarzana at lunch. Yeah. And
That's
I don't know, I was getting off on something, like making up stories like that. I told them my name was something else, and like I would sit there and eat. And
my name is Jean-Claude.
Yeah, I was just like lost in the valley and needed something in my day to do that. And one time they brought, and I did it for like a couple weeks, and it became like a thing. And then Gelson's got an undercover guy. Uh-oh. And I was sitting there eating my sushi, and cops rolled up on me and arrested me in front of my war veteran friends who were like, they picked me up and they're like, what did young Dylan do? It was like,
he served this country.
It was because I stole over $30 worth of stuff. So it was an arrestable offense. And they like hauled me away to the Van Nuys jail, which is like one of the worst.
Oh no!
It was awful. And I was in the cop car, and I was being a little dick. That the cop was like, so why did you do this? I was like, well, I thought it'd be interesting to, I'm writing something right now where somebody gets arrested, and it'd be interesting for
just
me.
Playing that cop angle, like the cop's gonna fucking love it. I got a Hollywood guy in the back seat. I love those. That's why I became a cop.
he drops me off at Van Nuys jail, and immediately I understood what the repercussions. Like I thought, they didn't tell me I was going to jail. I thought I was going to get like booked at the thing, and they'd write me a thing. And he drops me off at the jail, and the last thing I turn back to him, and he's like, "Good luck with that little research project there, buddy." And like, he does a finger gun and leaves me. Right in the leg, and I go down and pull a tourniquet together. Yeah. But it was there. They dropped me off on a Friday, so I'm in there, and the lady at the thing is, she's like, so what, and I'm like, how long am I gonna be here? She was like, well, it's Friday at the end of the day, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday's Martin Luther King Day, so like, I think, around like probably Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think I started crying, and then they somehow got me out.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What in the privilege?
Here's exactly.
We now got to just say it.
Here's exactly what the lady said to me. She walked by me. I was standing they blast just TV in there, like sports and shit, which for my little queer heart was like, and the lady walked by. She was like, you don't look like you belong here. And she's like, what's your deal? I was like, I stole a baguette with a butternut squash with a lovely hint of lemon fresh, and I don't know why I'm here. And they let me out. And I stole the jail pants, and that was the last thing I ever stole.
Hey!
Now my mom's a drug dealer. I want to bookend that with my mom does not want people to know that she was doing. It was like
nobody tell Gabe's mom, okay?
I'm trying to make
No
that
one find
like,
Gabe's mom.
Okay, you know, it's like it's fucking like Marin County. Like I don't think there could be anything wrong. Like everybody's growing it. All right, I'm okay.
Marin County's like heroin
I used
city.
to go into a soup plantation. You guys ever
Sonoma
been to a
County.
soup plantation? Yeah.
I love
Get on
soup
stage. No,
plantation.
she had supermarket sweep energy about soup plantation.
I bring them up.
Yeah, come on up here. Come on, get out. Yeah, all right. This is the exuberant hour. Hello, what's your name?
Oh, God, it's Nova.
Nova's back, everybody.
Soup Plantation got Nova up.
I love soup plantation.
All right.
When you go into a soup plantation, if you're not hip to the jive, you walk in, it starts with a salad bar. Then at the end of that salad bar, you bring your tray and your plate up to a cash register, and then beyond the cash register after you've paid, it's
Hot
buffets.
items.
It's hot stuff and cookies and brownies and soups and all, plantations and yes, you can grow some cotton. And,
I didn't know that you can go back to get more salad after you've sat down and stuff.
Yeah,
you can
it's
go back to the
awkward.
salad
you
bar.
have
I
your
didn't know
receipt
that
and
for a
whatnot.
while.
So I was broke. I was in college. I was still in my shoplifting, stealing days. And like I went to USC and stole just everything and from the commissary there. What do you call it? The place with the food.
Cafeteria?
And what I would do is I'd walk in without a plate. I would walk past the cash register, and so I didn't have a plate. And I would just say, I just kind of look like I just kind of do like a point, like I'm meeting a friend or whatever. Like I'm not eating. I'm just coming in to sit with a pal or whatever. And they didn't. If you didn't have the iconic tray with the salad on it, they didn't care about you. So I would just go in there and I would find a table that somebody had left, and there were still plates on, and I would just sit there and read. And then after 5 minutes, I looked like the guy, and they come over and they throw the thing, and they go, "Hey, was that iced tea?" I go, "Yeah, but I've had enough iced tea. Let's get some water." And they go, "Okay, yeah, just get a new plate. I'll clear these for you."
You slowly merge into the endless cycle that is the soup plantation lifestyle.
Yeah. And so then I would go up there and eat like crazy, and then I would get. They go, "Do you want anything to go? We just made a fresh batch of pizzas." I'm like, "Yeah," and then they'd wrap up pizza in foil. So I would go there 2-3 times a week, and I kept doing it. And once you get past the cash register, all the servers and bus people and the people that are serving the food and whatnot, they don't care. They assumed that you paid because you wouldn't be able to be there. I went there so often they knew my name. And they would they'd go, "Hey Jeff, what's up, man? Like we just made a batch of brownies, but we already wrapped them up for you."
It's like a fucking Tom Hanks movie from the early thousands.
I social engineered soup plantation.
Like you're just stuck there because you don't have a green card. But
I actually
like you helped deliver a baby at one point.
I stopped going because I felt bad because they liked me there. I didn't want them to be friends.
Yeah, and it
because I
ends
was
with like
stealing
the
them.
CIA's got soup plantation surrounded, and then every waiter like gives you the punches your soup card.
The only time I got caught stealing, and I stole a lot, was at a supermarket. I was at a Ralph's, and we were going to the beach, and I stole like a $2 thing of like a little pack of salami and cheese. And I just did a little turn around and tuck it in my shorts like I always did. And a hand grabs me, and it's just a dude that was shopping there. And he goes, "I saw you do that." And he drags me. He gets. Oh no, he doesn't grab me by the arm yet. He goes and comes with the manager at me, and I'm apprehended. And they go, "We saw you steal that." I'm like, "What?" And they drag me off to the back room to the office, and I'm just in like shorts and a t-shirt and sandals or whatever. Like we're all going to the beach. I believe I had dreadlocks at this time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because that was fucking awesome.
Cactus bunch.
No, is that a real thing? Did you have dreadlocks?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I want to play you in a show. That sounds hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. So, so I was a good kid. I got good grades. So I'm sitting in the manager's office, and the cop he's an off-duty cop. The guy. I thought he was just some vigilante guy. He's an off-duty Whittier PD officer, and he is fucking furious. It's Saturday afternoon. He's got nothing to do except harangue me. And he's like, "You're going down to the fucking station, buddy. Like I saw you do that." And I'm sitting there. I got a cop yelling at me, and the manager is like, "Okay, yeah, we got to do something about this." And there's the little thing of $2 salami and cheese on the desk, and I'm like, "Fuck." And the guy's yelling at me, and I said, "Like we're going to arrest you for this." And I said, "Here's the thing, officer." Fuckface. I didn't say that. I said I didn't leave the store. There's no crime has been committed.
You're allowed to put salami in your pocket, theoretically.
I'm not aware of a law in the books that says I can't put your salami and cheese down my shorts. I said, it's gross, and I shouldn't do that just to be a nice person. But I said, if you waited until I'd walked out with it, then you have a thing. And he goes, and he goes, show me your ID. And he goes, how much money do you have on you? I said, I don't have any money. He goes, well, then that's burglary. You came in without the intent to pay. And you put it in your face.
Whoa.
I said, no, I didn't commit a crime. I haven't left the store.
That was a weird fucking, that burglary thing was hummingbird-like in its beak shape. It was like, did they improvise that? Or?
I knew a lot of the shoplifting kind of rules.
No, but that was their counter, right? They said, you don't have any money.
Yeah.
And so you're burglarizing.
I said, if you want to arrest me, and since you're off duty, it's a Saturday afternoon, and I don't think you're going to get any of your buddies to come down here and pick a 17-year-old up for $2 of salami and cheese in his shorts. I said, get him on the phone and see if you can get someone down here right now. And the guy's like, whoa. We were there for a long time. And so he goes, my friends are waiting in the parking lot. I have no idea what's going on. And he goes, well, we got to call your dad then. We got to call your parents. Let's call your mom. I said, my mom passed away. Oh yeah, no, it was a fucking street fight at this point, and
look, you punched him into a trash can. It has a lid. They work like frisbees. Yes. His hands are tied. Yeah.
So he goes, we'll call your dad. Then my dad was at work, and my dad would not have been fucking happy about this, obviously.
That was their counter. Then we'll call your dad.
Yeah, I said my dad's at work. He goes, where does he work? And I said, I told him the name of. No, I didn't tell him the name of the place. I said, he goes, what's the phone number? And I made up a phone number. And just pray to God. This is back in the days like where not everybody had an answering machine and not everybody had, there was no cell phones and shit.
Phones weren't people.
Yeah, exactly.
They were devices that were left at home. Yeah. And if you went out for a haircut, you might miss a job.
Yeah. And so they called the number. Thank God nobody answers. And they goes, we got to release you to somebody. I said, well, you could call my brother, but I'm not giving you his number. And they're like, why?
Because he's Dracula.
I said, yeah.
And you're like, I could have done that at any time, but
I said, no, my brother fucking will. He will beat the shit out of me in front of you. Like, I said, my brother will kick the ever loving shit out of me. I'm not. They take me to fucking jail. Then I'm not doing that. And he's like, no. And the cop fucking fell for it. My brother and I love each other. He's like, oh, good, give us a number. And so we called it. Bill was at home, and he goes, we got your brother here. He got caught stealing at the Ralph's on Beach Boulevard. And so my brother comes in, and he's a little miffed. It was Saturday, and he had his own stuff to do. And he comes in, and he sees me sitting there in my shorts, and there's a little thing of salami and cheese on the desk, and he goes,
is that what I think it is?
He takes the whole tableau in. And I get up and I go, hey man, and he goes, you fucking asshole, and we just fucking laugh and we hug and we walk. And I go, bye guys.
Nice.
Holy
shit. You were 17. Did you say? I thought I heard you were 17.
16 or 17.
Okay, so let's make it 16. You're a hero.
Okay.
I was like, if you're 23.
I was 23. All I thought to tell him was I was a writer, kind of.
I stopped stealing when I was 18.
I didn't know a 17-year-old could muster a dreadlock. How do you lock them?
I was always in, like, I was a bodyboarder, and so the salt water and the sand gets in your hair, and your hair just gets natty, and like it just starts getting knotted.
Is there any cultivation at all to it, or is it simply the process of?
I have nervous energy, so I twist my hair when it gets long, and so that just kind of compounded. I posted a photo of my senior year ID, and I have kind of shitty dreadlocks on my face.
I almost had dreadlocks from like not washing it when I was in the Dominican Republic when I was like a kid. Yeah.
You got very thick hair.
Yeah, it's really thick and it was long, so it started dreading up, and my mom was really mad. She had to comb it all out.
But then it starts smelling.